Today's live IELTS class. My name is Adrian and I am broadcasting to you from beautiful Central Europe, Budapest. Welcome everyone. Hi Monica, hi Tina, hi Amrit, hi Antong. I hope everybody is doing great. All right, today IELTS listening section, some strategies and practice for that high band score. These materials, this listening, it's coming from our websites, aehelp.com, for help with the academic module and to get the best strategies, videos, practice tests for the general exam. Check us out at gieltshelp.com. All right, everyone, let's get cracking. So, if you have questions, don't be shy. Send me an email to Adrian, A-D-R-I-A-N, that's my name, at aehelp.com. We have another day of classes for you tomorrow with a task 1 and a speaking part 3. Let's get into today's lesson here. And I will give me just one moment. We'll get that listening going for us. All right, here we go. This is coming from our first exam book. This is on page number 81. If you have our exam books, it is our exam number 2. Have your pencils and papers ready or a document. We're going to get right into the listening. Just start off with some practice with listening section 1. Okay. Please, students, don't write your answers in the chat. We will have a chance to do that after we listen. Give everybody a fair chance to listen and answer on their own. So again, I have maximum volume on my end, so if it's quiet for you, please turn up the volume, use a headset, and then you will hear everything nice and clear. All right, students, so if you're ready, here we go. I'm going to hop over to our website here. This is our academic website with the blue background. If you have an account with us, you can log into your My Student account at the top where you have all of your content, the interactive practice tests, a full online course, curriculum book, workbook, videos, and here is our CDs. Now this is CD 1, track number 2. So hopefully everybody is ready to begin. Here we go.
Now turn to section 2. Take some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Listening section 2. You will hear a radio presenter interviewing a woman about the infamous ship Titanic.
Oops. Sorry, just a moment.
First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16.
My bad, that's CD 2, track 1, because it's test 2. Just a sec, here we go.
This recording is copyrighted by 2 Think One Solutions Inc. and World ESL Tutors. You will hear several different recordings and you will answer questions on what you hear. There will be time given to read the instructions and questions, and you will be given a chance to check your work. The recordings will be played only once. The test is made up of 4 sections. At the end of the test, you will have 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now turn to section 1. Listening section 1. You will hear a conversation between 2 men as one of the men buys a gym membership. First, you have some time to look at questions 1 to 5. You will see that there is an example. This time only, the conversation relating to this question will be played.
Good afternoon. I'm interested in purchasing a gym membership.
Of course, sir. What length of membership are you looking for? We have options ranging from 1 month to 2 years.
Can I get one for 3 months? I don't want to make too much of a commitment.
Of course.
The man says he wants a 3-month membership, so this answer has been indicated for you. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Good afternoon. I'm interested in purchasing a gym membership.
Of course, sir. What length of membership are you looking for? We have options ranging from 1 month to 2 years.
Can I get one for 3 months? I don't want to make too much of a commitment.
Of course. Before we can get you started on getting into shape, I'm going to need some personal details from you.
Certainly.
Let's start with your name.
William Bacon.
Bacon spelled the same as the breakfast food?
Yes. B-A-C-O-N.
Okay, William. Now I need your residential address.
Oh, please call me Bill. I feel odd being called William.
Okay, Bill. So your address then?
Right. I live at 1653 Spooner Street in Liverpool.
Oh, I know that street. My grandmother lived there when I was growing up. The street name is spelled with an A, is it not?
Yes, that's right. Spooner is spelled S-P-O-O-N-A-R.
And your postcode here in Liverpool?
PK387YQ.
TK387YQ?
No, PK387YQ.
Right. Now we need your date of birth.
April 9th, 1980.
And your telephone numbers, starting with your home number.
I don't have a home number, just a mobile number. It is 312-77-8391.
Fine then. Now, do you have any medical issues we should know about, such as asthma?
I have no medical concerns. I'm in perfect health as far as I know.
Now, I need to ask you a few questions to find out what type of gym membership fits your lifestyle the best.
There is more than one type of gym membership?
Oh yes, there are a number of different options. We have our most basic membership, which allows you to work out on the machines on the main floor of our town centre facility. Then there is our premium membership, which allows members usage of the machines on the second floor of our town centre facility, as well as access to our third floor lounge.
What is so special about the machines on the second floor?
Nothing really, but our gym is extremely busy, and often the machines on the second floor are the only ones available. However, as I said, they are only open to the premium members.
Tell me about the lounge.
Our lounge is fantastic. The room is big, about 50 feet by 50 feet, and we have 2 large televisions and many comfortable chairs. There is also full bar service and a complimentary snack bar.
You now have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen to the rest of the interview and answer questions 6 to 10.
That sounds great. Are there any other membership options?
Yes, there is one more. We call it the Premium Plus membership, and it allows customers to use any of our gym facilities in the country.
So if I go to London or Kent or Newcastle, can I use your gyms there?
Well, yes, but we don't currently operate a gym in Newcastle. We do, however, operate a total of 22 gyms in England, not including this one in Liverpool.
23 gyms. That's impressive. What is the price difference between these memberships?
Well, at your 3-month level, the basic membership is £53. The premium is £84 and the Premium Plus is £95.
That's quite a step up from basic to premium.
Yes, but it's quite good value for the additional services and location options.
I'll have to think this over a bit before I make a decision.
Just so you know, Bill, we are running a promotion right now. If you sign up another person along with yourself, we will give both of you premium memberships for the price of basic memberships.
Wow, that's a great deal. I wonder who I should ask to join with me. Greg loves to work out, but he's already has a gym membership. I could ask Steve, but he's so busy with work all the time. I think I will ask my neighbour Kate. She's been trying to get back into shape after having her baby last autumn.
Wonderful. I will see you soon then.
Yes, you will. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
It's Mike, and it was a pleasure helping you.
I will hopefully be in tomorrow with Kate. Does 11 work?
No, sorry, I'm not in until midday.
I will see you midday then.
That is the end of section 1. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
And you should always use that half minute to check your answers. Make sure you didn't make any silly mistakes with spelling or missing the instructions. All right, students, here we go. Let's do this together. Let's go back to question 1 and we'll go through it step by step. So you noticed at the beginning that I was moving around in the listening. That wasn't because I was lost or I've lost my mind. It's because I was looking at the heading of each section, trying to get a little bit of an idea of each of those sections during that instruction time. It's a good strategy for doing better on the test, and usually you can get away with doing that. All right, here we go. So question number 1, what is the name of the person who wants to register for this gym membership? So his first name is William, and then his last name is like the breakfast food. He spells it a couple times. That's right, Tina. That's right, Lizat. It's bacon. B-A-C-O-N. This has to be a big B. If you write a small b in your answer sheet, you will get it wrong, okay? It's important that you write it with a capital letter B. All right, and his address, he lives at 1653 something street. Which street does he live on? Again, he spells the name of the street, and the receptionist or the administrator at the gym even says, oh, my grandma lived there. It's spelled with an A, right? So the correct spelling is with an A. Make sure you catch that part, SCM529. And Amar, Wadi, it's an A. He says, oh, it's spelled with an A, right? And he says, yes, that's right. It's spelled Spoonar, S-N-A-R. And that S has to be a capital as well. Just a second, I'll get you back on screen here. My camera cut out there for a second. So it does have to be spelt with a big S because it's the name of a street. So just give me one sec. Camera's seeming to have issues here. Just a moment. We'll get it back. You can write all capitals like Bhakti and Kamal Nupain are doing. Thank you, Kamal. That's my daughter. Just a moment. All right, here we go. Not sure why the camera is having a moment, but hopefully it's just momentary. All right, so back we are. Here we go. So it is Spoonar Street in Liverpool, okay? And you can use all capital letters as some students are doing. So you just have to be careful with spelling. It's easier to make spelling mistakes when you're using all capitals. Okay, what is the postal code of this person? So what's the correct postal code here? Samjana Garki says it's PK387YQ. Gagandeep agrees that it is PK387YQ. I agree also. It's good to write the letters for postal codes in capitals. So PK387 7YQ. Don't worry about spaces between the letters and numbers. It doesn't matter. Just write it correctly. Again, write capitals. It's clear for the examiners. And when you're listening for diction, be patient. They usually say it a couple times, okay? Like in this case. So the administrator, Mike, says, is it TK387YQ? And then Bill says, no, it's PK387YQ. So pay attention for that, okay? All right, let's keep going. And then the administrator asks for Bill's phone number. He says, what is your phone number? What's the correct response there? So for number 4, what is his phone number? His residential number, to be specific. Samjana, 31277839, that's his mobile phone number, so that's not correct. The right answer, Ricky Theodorus says none. Yeah, none is correct. Haung, correct. Yeah, it's none. Okay, none. So you can write none. It doesn't have to be capital, none. Or if you look at the instructions, it doesn't say you can only use one word. So you can actually say no number. Okay, so none or no number is okay. If you write just no, it's kind of strange. They might not give you the mark. In fact, they probably will not give you the mark for no. It's either none or no number. There is no phone number, just the mobile number for this person, for William. All right. And he gives his mobile phone number. And then the person says, do you have any medical issues? And he says, no, none that I'm aware of. All right, now in this part here, some of you said, oh, I can't really see the picture because it's too bright. But you don't actually need to see the inside all that well to get the correct answer. I will darken it up so you can kind of see what's inside. Which one is it? Is it this one, A, B, C, or D? Which lounge or which map of the lounge most accurately describes what the administrator was explaining? All right, so Haung says A, Syed Mustafa Quadri says A as well. That's good. Yasser, A. Yeah, A. So why is it A? What's the reason that it's A? Okay, so A is the correct answer. Why is it A? What tells us that the answer is A here? The person says something very clear that you right away know it's either A or maybe C, but you definitely know that it's not B, it's not D. Okay? The person says it's 50 feet by 50 feet. So 50 feet by 50 feet. Okay? 50 by 50 means that it has to be square, not a rectangle, right? So it has to be a square shape. Okay? And then the other interesting point that he says is that there is a television, a snack bar with lots of seats. So you can see the seats here. Okay, so I know it's tricky, but you should be thinking either A or C in either case. If you think B or D, then you missed the part about the 50 feet by 50 feet, which was very important, okay? So pay very careful attention to the dimensions of the room. When you have this kind of a question in the exam, and you see that one of them is a rectangle shape and one of them is a square shape, then probably, or almost for sure, the audio will say something about the shape of the room, okay? Now, if you know the shape of the room, you can right away cut it down to half, okay? All right. Let's keep going to question number 6. All right. Monica Gerdar, this is a recorded live class, so you can watch this again with the audio on the channel in about 1 hour, okay? So you can listen to it again to see where the information is coming from. Okay, so here we have to match the membership options with its benefit. We have to write the correct number next to the letter. This is just for question 6. It goes into your box number 6. So here, box number 6 looks like this on your answer sheet. A is number 3, basic, so you can cross that off. And then B is premium and C is premium plus, so you have to match these ones. It should be fairly simple. You just have to be careful about how you put this kind of answer in your answer sheet. So remember that with the premium plus, what does the speaker say about the premium plus membership? What did the speaker say where we know that which one premium plus is? So Harsh Babe says it's B is 1, and then C has to be 2. Tina Tugipur agrees. Yeah, that's right for Dovs. So the speaker says that with the Premium Plus membership, you get access to all the gyms in England. So we know that this is number 2 and this is 1. So in the answer sheet, it looks like this. B1, C2. Okay, that's what you have to put in your sheet for this kind of a question. Okay, B1, C2. It has to be very clear. You have to have the 1 first and then the 2 after. Okay, you don't have to worry about the A3. Okay, if you put it in, it's okay. If you put A3, B1, C2, that's fine. Okay, that works as well. But the answer that they give, you don't need to include that in your answer sheet. Okay, all right. Yeah, it makes sense. So Harsh Babe says it makes sense too, right? If you use your logic, you can figure out that premium plus has to be better than premium. So it probably means that you can access the other facilities around England. Okay, and then here is the second half of the audio. Write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Number 7, how many gyms does the company operate in England? Yerbalat says 23 gyms. Sun Chu and Liazat agree. Yeah, it's 23. Absolutely. So the speaker says there are 22 gyms around England, not including this one in Liverpool. So you had to do a little bit of math here. It was basically 22 plus the 1 where they are at currently. So how many gyms do they operate in England? Total 23. 22 plus the 1 where they are. Okay. Now, if you don't get this kind of a question, this is called an inference type question where you have to listen to information, think about it, and put it together. Okay. The exam is a thinking test. It's not just catching words that you hear. Then what you can do is you can, at home, when you're practicing, so at home, students, when you're practicing at home, the books, our books, Cambridge books, they include the transcripts. The transcripts in our book, you can find that on page 178. And when you look at the transcripts at the back of the book, those will help you to understand the language and also the way that the questions work or how the questions work on the exam. Okay. And here you can see what Mike is saying. So Mike says, well, yes, but we don't currently operate a gym in Newcastle. We do, however, operate a total of 22 gyms in England, not including this one in Liverpool. And then Bill actually strengthens what he says. So he says 23 gyms, that's impressive. Okay, 23 gyms, that's impressive. All right, so you get the information twice. Okay, so again, when you have a question that's unclear, it's difficult, go to the back of your practice book, look for the transcripts, read where that information is coming from so you learn it for the future how it works. Okay, that's really helpful. Okay, let's go back to the questions. Here we go. All right. So 3 more questions remaining. What is the cost of the premium membership? Okay, what is the cost of the premium membership? How much is it? It is £84. That's right. And you just need the number. Okay? You do not need the symbol or the word because it's included. So just the number. This is correct. 84. Okay. So £84. That's right. All right. Who is Bill going to ask to join him at the gym? So Mike says, well, we have a special deal going. If you get somebody to join, then we'll give you a Premium Plus membership for the price of regular. And the name of the woman is Kate. That's right, Kate. Simple to spell, so they don't spell it for you. K-A-T-E. Make sure that K is a very clear, big K. Okay, capital K. Otherwise, they will not give you the mark if it looks like a small K. Naima, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. All right. So, last one, number 10. What time is Bill meeting Mike the following day? K-I-T-E is definitely wrong, Yasser, because that would be kit or kite. It's definitely not Kate. Okay. Yerbalot, very good. It's midday. Okay, midday. Now, remember, students, that if you just write 12, then you might not get the mark for that, okay? Remember that unlike much of the world, in the US, Canada, and in some places, we work on a 12-hour clock, so this isn't clear if it's midday or midnight. So it's better to write 12 p.m. If you're going to write 12, then include p.m., write midday, or you can write something else. What else can you write? Midday, 12 p.m., or midday is one word, Pavan, for the future. And that's right, Harminder. That's right, Tina. You can write noon as well. Okay? So midday, 12 p.m., or noon. All of those are okay. Bipin, afternoon is not okay because afternoon is after 12 p.m. Okay? So afternoon, no, but noon is okay. All right. Those are the answers for listening section 1. How did you do? What did you get? Out of 10, what was your score for this section? Now, for listening section 1, remember, it's the easiest section. Section 2 gets more difficult. Section 3 is even more difficult. And section 4 is usually the most difficult. It's a graded exam. So you want to get the highest score possible for section 1 so you can get that band 6.57 or more. In a perfect world, you should get at least 8 questions correct in part 1. Hopefully more, hopefully 9 or 10. So if you have 8, okay. If you have less than 8, you're going to be in trouble. Okay, usually students who have less than 8 in section 1 score 5.5 or 5 or lower. Okay. John, you can just write 12 p.m. You don't need to write 12 with the zeros like that. You don't need the colon 0. You can just write 12, but you need to include p.m. Okay. When you're writing time, students, it is better to use the colons and not just the dot. Okay, but use the colon. All right. That's the standard way in English. Okay, so again, you should be aiming for an 8, 9, or a 10 out of 10 for section 1, okay, because it's just going to get a little bit tougher from here. Okay, hi Eugene, welcome to the class. Okay, students, so we're all warmed up. Now we're ready for section 2. I'll darken the screen up a little bit this time because you won't see me that much anyway. So you can see this graph a little bit more, or this map. Here we go. Okay, again, students, so let's do section 2 together. We'll do one more section. And please don't write your answers into the chat. We will go through them like we did with section 1 after. Give everybody a fair chance, okay? Give everybody a fair chance. Write your answers on a separate piece of paper or in a document, and then you can share it afterwards. All right, so let's jump back to our website here. This is CD2 because it's test 2, and it will be track number 2. Everybody's ready? Here we go.
Now turn to section 2. Take some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Listening section 2. You will hear a recording of a travel show about tourism to Calgary, Canada. First, you have some time to look at questions 11 to 16. Now listen carefully to the interview and answer questions 11 to 16.
Hello, I'm Deborah Sloan and welcome to Hotspots, the travel show that highlights great tourist spots around the world. Today we have a representative from Calgary, Canada, who is going to tell us a little about the city.
Thanks, Deborah. Yes, my name is Robert, and I'm going to tell you all about the wonderful city of Calgary.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt, Robert, but can you tell me exactly where Calgary is? I'm sure many of our viewers are wondering.
Sure. Calgary is the largest city in the province of Alberta, which is the second most western province in Canada. Alberta lies directly east of the province of British Columbia, of which Vancouver is a very well-known tourist destination, and directly west of the province of Saskatchewan, of which Regina is the capital. Canada is a very big place, and that is shown by just how far Calgary is from many of the other major Canadian cities. Calgary is over 1,000 kilometres from Vancouver, and over 3,400 kilometres from Toronto, Canada's largest city.
Canada is definitely a very spacious country.
Yes, indeed. Well, let me tell you a little about Calgary. Calgary is a beautiful city of approximately 1 million people, situated next to the Rocky Mountains. It is known most, perhaps, for the world-famous Calgary Stampede.
Is that with the cowboys and bull riding?
Yes, and it's held every July in the city. The Stampede attracts more than 1 million visitors each year from all over the world. It is referred to as the greatest outdoor show on earth. Another fact that Calgary is well known for is oil, which was first discovered in the area in 1902. With the boom in oil prices over the past 40 years, Calgary has seen its population grow from 400,000 in 1971 to over 1 million in 2007. In that time period, Calgary was by far the fastest growing city in Canada. Many sports fans will know that Calgary was host to the 1988 Winter Olympics, and to this day, Calgary remains a winter activity destination with several world-class facilities dedicated to many winter sports, from bobsled to curling to speed skating and everything in between. One of Calgary's biggest icons is its hockey team, the Calgary Flames, who play in the National Hockey League, or NHL as it's better known. They have been one of the more successful teams in the league during their 30 years in Calgary, even winning the coveted Stanley Cup in 1989.
You now have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen to the rest of the interview and answer questions 17 to 20.
On the cultural side of things, Calgary boasts a number of festivals during the year, including a fringe festival, a comedy festival, as well as the Calgary International Film Festival. Calgary is also home to numerous theatre companies, as well as the Calgary Opera, Alberta Ballet, and the Calgary Philharmonic Orchestra.
Sorry to interrupt again, Robert, but this programme is called Hotspots. So what's the weather like in Calgary? I've heard it's cold.
Yes, in the winter it can be quite cold, but in the summer it is also quite warm, with average summer high temperatures hovering around 23 degrees Celsius, while average winter high temperatures are around -2 degrees and routinely go down to -20. Calgary experiences something quite unique when it comes to the weather. It has these weather fronts called Chinook winds, which can blow through the city in the winter and temporarily raise the temperature by up to 15 degrees Celsius. These Chinook winds can last anywhere from a few hours to a few days, and they are welcomed with open arms by the people of Calgary. Calgary is also one of the sunniest cities in Canada, as well as one of the driest, which makes up for a lot of the cold weather. Honestly though, if you're looking for a winter getaway to a hotspot, as you say, Calgary is not the place to go. But if you are looking for a winter getaway that includes skiing or snowboarding or anything else done best in the cold weather, nobody does it better than Calgary.
Thank you, Robert, for that fascinating look at Calgary.
That is the end of section 2. You will now have half a minute to check your answers.
And again, students, always use that half minute to check your answers. Make sure you don't make spelling mistakes, you don't miss words, you don't miss the instructions that are given. All right, let's go back and let's do this together. So I'll keep it a little bit darker for this first question so that you can see the diagram. So here, the question asks, what are the two provinces directly west and directly east of the province of Alberta? Match the diagram with the choice given below, or the choices given below. We have A, Vancouver, B, Saskatchewan, C, Calgary, D, British Columbia, and E, Regina. For box 11 in your answer sheet, you need to put the correct letter. For box 12, you need to put another correct letter. You even have a little compass here to help you. So for number 11, what is the answer? What lies directly west of the province of Alberta? So number 11, what's the correct answer? Okay, and this is one that I'm proud of if you got it correct, because that's where I'm from. Okay, so the correct answer is, for number 11, D, British Columbia. Okay, this is British Columbia. And for number 12, what's the correct answer? Of course, if you know the geography of Canada, then that will help you a lot. All right, and for number 12, the answer, Nut, PB, and Lizat, you're correct. For Dobbs, yep, you're right. Directly east of Alberta is Saskatchewan. It's B. Now, this was a little bit tricky because of the way that the speaker said the answer here. So you have to be careful with the preposition of, okay? So there's two ways to say this. British Columbia is directly west of Alberta. Alberta is east of British Columbia. Okay, one more time. So British Columbia is west of Alberta. Alberta is east of British Columbia. Does that make sense? Is that clear, what I just said there? So the reason this is tricky, and again, you have to use good paraphrasing. The question says, what are the two provinces directly west and directly east of the province of Alberta? But in the audio, the speaker says it in the reverse way. The speaker says Alberta is directly east of British Columbia, and west of Saskatchewan. Okay, so it's that preposition of that can be confusing. Make sure you practice your directions. Okay. All right. So here we go. I'm glad that's clear for some students now. Okay, I'll brighten up the screen a bit so you can see me as well as the board. Here we go. All right. There I am. Hi. Okay, so next question. Choose two letters, A, E. This is questions 13 to 14, so the order doesn't matter. You'll have boxes 13 and 14 on your answer sheet like this. Doesn't matter which one comes first or second, you just need the correct answers. So 1 million people is the number used to describe two groups in the recording. Which two of these groups does it describe? Population of Alberta, population of British Columbia, population of Calgary, the number of visitors to the Calgary Stampede each year, the number of visitors to Calgary each year. Okay, Nat PB says it's C and D. SCM 529 agrees. Yeah, the population of Calgary is 1 million. It's probably a little bit more now. So, yeah, C, 1 million, population of Calgary. And everybody who chose D, you're correct. It is the number of visitors to the Calgary Stampede each year. Wow, can you imagine that, students? The city doubles in population in the month of July while the Calgary Stampede is happening. So a tip for all of you who are planning to visit Canada and visit Calgary, especially the city of Calgary, if you plan to go in July, make sure you reserve your hotel like 1 year before, because there's absolutely no hotel rooms during no, and even Airbnb. Okay, so you will have difficulty finding a place to stay in Calgary during July. It's 1 million extra people in the city. Okay, all right. So C, D, it doesn't matter. You can go D or C here as well. Okay. I've never been to the Calgary Stampede, but I definitely would love to check it out one of these years. Here we go. Question number 15. Which industry is Calgary well known for? Wheat, oil, natural gas? A, B, or C? Yeah, it's oil. Alberta oil, absolutely. So Alberta has oil, makes a bit of money from that. B is the correct answer. Make sure to put the letter B, not the word oil, into the answer sheet. Okay, so in the answer sheet goes letter B. With multiple choice, I always suggest using capital letters, not small letters. I've seen students make mistakes and accidentally write D instead of a B. So just be really careful with that. Okay. And question number 16. Which of these events did Calgary host? The Stanley Cup, Winter Olympics, or Expo 88? Which of these did Calgary host? Yeah, that's right. It was the Winter Olympics. B. Bonus question. Which Canadian city was the last one to host the Winter Olympics? Bonus question. This is not mentioned in the audio, but it's just fun trivia. Which was the last Canadian city to host the Winter Olympics? Does anybody remember that? Vancouver it was. Yeah, Lizat, very good. For Dobbs, very good. Vancouver, yeah, in 2010. I had the pleasure of going to some of those games. That was near my hometown of Victoria. And for those of you who are real trivia buffs, you will probably know that Canada also hosted the Winter Olympics in Montreal as well. So Montreal, Calgary, and Vancouver have all had the fortune of welcoming the world's winter sports athletes. All right, here we go. Question number 17. Write no more than 2 words and or a number for each answer. Average summer highs in Calgary reach how many degrees Celsius? Just one number here is okay. Juan Pablo, definitely. Vancouver's a beautiful place. It's just 23. Okay. So reach how many degrees? It's the maximum. So 23 is the correct answer. Good job for Dobbs. Tina, Esra, good job. It's 23. Fantastic. All right. Let's keep rolling. Doing great. This is completing a short summary here, completing the information sheet below. Write no more than 2 words for each. Average winter highs in Calgary. So this is winter. Average winter highs in Calgary reach around something 2 degrees. Pachu says the correct word there is minus. Yeah, minus. Okay. Write the word minus. Please don't write the symbol. Okay. You might not get it for that. If you just write the symbol, I don't know. I wouldn't risk it. Okay, I wouldn't risk just the symbol. You only need the word minus. Chinook winds can raise the temperature by up to 15 degrees Celsius and can last anywhere from a few hours to a few something. Now this one's logical, right? A few hours to a few. Harpreet Dillon says days. Kamal agrees. Nice use of plurals, students. Excellent. The S is very important here. Days with an S. Very good. Definitely. Okay. Calgary is also one of the driest cities in Canada, as well as one of the last question here, number 20. Javon Avril says sunniest. Juan Pablo, Harsh Babe, Amina, Lizat all agree that it's sunniest. Yeah. Sunniest. Very good. Most sunny, sunniest. The trick there was the speaker says it opposite, right? So the speaker says Calgary is one of the sunniest cities in Canada as well as one of the driest. So there they reversed the grammar. It was grammar paraphrasing that you really had to pay attention to for that one. Okay? And sunniest is spelt with an I, not a Y. So careful with that, Mohammed. All right, students. Great. How did you do? What did you get from 10 on this one? So in this section out of 10, how did you do? Or how did you do for both section 1 and section 2? What was your total score? If you want to get a 6.5 band on your exam or more, for section 1 and 2 together, you should have at least about 16 correct answers. Okay, if you couldn't get 16, you need to practice to get that 6.5 for listening, okay? Pachu says, I got 16. Good job, Pachu. That's absolutely on the right track for a band 6.5. Nat PB, 18. That's a solid number for Dobbs. 17 out of 20. Solid. Okay, so your reaching or your goal should be 16 or more to get a band 6.5 because, of course, section 3 and 4 are more difficult. All right, students. Again, that listening came from our websites. It's very, very much the same as the true IELTS exam. So you can get 6 full practice exams on our websites when you join our premium course. Next week, we will do section 3 and section 4. So make sure to join that class next week for section 3, section 4, and then you can find out your total score for this listening part of the test. Again, check us out and join us at aehelp.com for academic version of the test and gieltshelp.com for the general. Pachu, it is challenging to get 6.5 because 6.5 band, Pachu, means that you're between fluent and good user of the English language. Anusha, if you need help with the IELTS and you think we can help you, send me an email. Okay, students, don't be shy. Again, my email is adrian@aehelp.com, ADRIAN. Thank you so much for all your great effort and your interactions. You're very welcome, SCM529. You're very welcome, Anusha. Again, the best help we can give you is all available on our website. So, with that said, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have an academic task 1 and a speaking part 3, 2 classes coming up, same time, 13:30 to 14:30 Central European Time and 15 to 16 o'clock Central European Time. Much love to all of you. Bye for now. Keep up the good work. Push forward. Believe in yourselves and do your best.